Okay, so same kind of work as last week. We're solving for 45, 45, 90 triangles. So solve for x and the y number 1. So the whole point of this is you don't want to use the Pythagorean theorem because that's long way. You want to use a shortcut, and this is a shortcut. Leg is equal to leg, and hypotenuse is leg times square root of 2. So normally we would have to use the Pythagorean theorem. So square root of 10 is this one, so this must be also square root of 10, so y equals square root of 10. And then to get the x, normally you have to go square root of 10 squared plus square root of 10 squared equals x squared. And then you square it and then add it and solve it and square root it, and you're gonna get x is equal to some number. So instead of doing all that, we could get the hypotenuse just by using this formula right here. So hypotenuse is the leg times square root of 2. So that should be the shortcut instead of using a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, and later on there's going to be a problem where you have to use a shortcut, you cannot use Pythagorean theorem. So it's a faster way to do it, but it's required to do it faster way. So anyway, you simplify this, so that's square root of 20. 10 times 2 is 20, but I'm going to leave it as 10. It's 10 times 2, but 10 is 5 times 2. So you could see it contains the 4. So 20 is 4 times 5. So 4 comes out. Square root of 4 is just a 2. So when you have a double, like 2 times 2, or 3 times 3, or 9 times 9, or 7 times 7, it comes out. Okay, it's called the perfect square numbers. Let's try number 3. So again, here's the 90 degree. Legs are the same. Well, that doesn't help. M equals n. That's not an answer. I need a letter equals a number. So we're going to use the hypotenuse, which is 8. So hypotenuse is leg, well, pick one, times square root of 2. So what do? We need to divide both sides by, I want the m, so I need to divide it by square root of 2. So this cancels out, and you get 8 over square root of 2. But we need to rationalize. You cannot have a square root of 2 in the bottom because it's a decimal number. So we're going to have to rationalize, meaning we need to get rid of the square root in the bottom. And in a fraction, only thing that you're allowed to do is multiply top and bottom. You cannot add top and bottom. You cannot subtract. You cannot square top and bottom. That's for equation, but for fractions, you can only multiply or divide by the same thing on top and bottom. So we're going to times it by square root of 2. You know rationalizing, right? So that turns out to be 8 square root of 2 over square root of 4. But what is a square root of 4? That's whole number 2. And then when you have whole numbers like this, then you could put it together. What's 8 over 2? What, 8 divided by 2? That's 4. So if m is 4 square root of 2, then n must also be 4 square root of 2. Because they're the same. So that's how it works. Pretty simple. Don't be afraid of fraction. It's just a number. Okay, so we already have the y. Y is 9 square root of 2 over 2. Ew, fraction. Well, that's okay because the denominators are a whole number. So we're good. That's the answer. What about x? X is hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is leg times what? Square root of 2. And with the fraction, we only multiply the whole number to the top. So in the bottom is actually 2 times 1, but what is 2 times 1? Just 2. So you don't use the 1, you just multiply the square root 2 to the top. So it's 9 times square root of 4. Again, square root of 4 is just whole number 2. So 9 times square root of 4, so 9 times 2. which is 18 divided by 2, or cancel it out, just 9. Simple answer. Okay. Number 9, you're gonna have fraction answers for both u and the v. Yeah, they're fractions. It's okay. And when you have a square root of 3 or square root of 6 or square root of 5, or this, it doesn't matter on number 13 and 15. You basically just multiply square root of 2 with square root of whatever. Square root of 3 times square root of 2 is square root of 6. Square root of 6 times square root of 2 is square root of 12. Square roots can multiply together. Whole numbers can multiply together. You just don't multiply whole number with the square root together. Okay, so same kinds of numbers can be multiplied together, but different kinds, like, number times a letter, you can't do that, right? 5 times x, I can't do 5 times x, it's just 5x. So whole number times a whole number, you could do it. So if you have something like number 13, you have square root of 3 times square root of 2, it's just going to be square root of 6. So have fun with it.